Hi guys, how are you all? This is FJ What If? Today we are going to discuss about what if Naruto was Madara's grandson part 6. Before start the episode, please like and subscribe my channel. Chapter 6, Jutsus and Dreams. Couple weeks later. A couple of days after Naruto found Hinata, he asked if she would like to live with him, to which she accepted, and they began to do everything together, living, eating and training. They would even sleep cuddled together. Naruto taught Hinata the Kage Bushin and even thought she could only make one, it was enough. They started sending them to the academy except in days where there was taijutsu training. Naruto also took Hinata to the Hokage and explained everything that happened. To say that the Hokage was pissed was an understatement, but since she was considered an orphan now, Sarutobi agreed to give her a month allowance until they became genin. Naruto suggested Hinata that they kept their connection a secret until they were older. He didn't want the villagers to give her the same treatment he receives. In the academy, each took their different seats to not arouse suspicion. And so they started sending Kage Bushin to the academy and training together. Hinata during the last days got to meet the QB, and when she found him with the gates open she fainted. Now we find the couple in a training ground. Naruto pulled chakra paper and gave one to Hinata. Okay Hina, this is chakra paper, it's used to test elemental affinities, just push chakra to it, and we will see, explained Naruto, pushing chakra to his paper. It crumbled all together, showing a high affinity for lightning element, then the paper split in two and burst into flames. See, I have 3 affinities. My primary seems lightning and secondaries wind and fire, he said, as he already suspected fire and lightning from his father. After all, he was an Uchiha and his Hirashin is a Reitan, lightning element, technique, so the wind must come from my mother. It was a shame that he didn't have any defensive element, but he could always create his own techniques. Hinata pushed chakra to her paper, and it split in 2, getting both sides wet. Looks like you have wind like me, and also water. Now then, let's start training. I'll start with fire since our village is known for them. You should start with water because wind is extremely rare in Konoha, he explained, and both started the usual way. Naruto made 100 Kage Bushins and tried to burn a leaf, and Hinata getting it wet. Naruto and Hinata both went to the library in Hengis. They didn't want any problems and got a few techniques for each of their natures. Naruto decided to go into the Uchiha compound since the Uchiha were known for their fire techniques, and with the Sharingan they should have plenty of techniques for all elements. Well, actually they would be breaking into a clan library and stealing techniques, but Naruto was an Uchiha, so he should have access to them. Outside the Uchiha compound late night. Both Naruto and Hinata stood outside the Uchiha compound dressed purely in black. Naruto had his Sharingan active as well, Hinata's Bakugan to check for any other shinobis. Making their way through the gates and into the library that was located in the main house, they spotted their classmate Sasuke, who was awake. They quickly got behind him and knocked him out with a chop to the neck and made their way to the library. The library was huge to say the least, as expected from a power-hungry clan with copying eyes. The library was divided into sections: ninja arts, clan history, records and diaries. Both of them made their way to the shinobi section, and it had ninjutsu, taijutsu, and genjutsu sections. The ninjutsu section was divided in elements: fire element, water element, earth element, wind element, lightning element and non-elemental techniques. Each of this section was subdivided and had scrolls on how to learn each of these manipulations, but also techniques of various ranks. They started going through a few scrolls until Hinata said they are all blank, she said, getting a confused look from Naruto. Naruto could easily see the instructions for the jutsus until he discovered it. I get it. Only someone with the Sharingan can read the contents of the scrolls. To anyone else they seem empty. It's a neat trick actually, he said, getting a frown from Hinata. Don't worry, I'll read them all and teach you the water jutsu I find, he said, making 20 Kage Bushin and started going through the techniques. Fire element. Katan, Gokake no Jutsu, Great Fireball Technique, C rank. Sends a massive fireball to the enemy. Katan, Posenka no Jutsu, Phoenix Fire Technique, C rank. Sends small fireballs to the enemy that burn on contact. Katan, Ryuka no Jutsu, Dragon Fire Technique, C rank. Sends a torrent of fire, shaped in the form of a dragon, towards the enemy. Katan, Goryuka no Jutsu, Great Dragon Fire Technique, B rank. Sends a torrent of fire, shaped in the form of a dragon, towards the enemy. Improved version of Ryuka no Jutsu. Katan, Kuryudan no Jutsu, Fire Dragon Bullet, B rank. Created by Sandaime Hokage. Sends a volley of small fireballs that melt anything or explode on contact. Katan, Zukoku no Jutsu, Cranium Carver, B rank. Sends a fireball to the ground that explodes, creating massive heat wave. Katan, Heizukisha no Jutsu, Ash Pile Burning, B rank. Sends a stream of chakra-empowered gunpowder and surrounds the enemy. The user can ignite the cloud by clicking its teeth, creating great explosion. Water Element. Mizu Bunshin no Jutsu, Water Clone, B rank. Creates a water clone with 10% of the original strength. Mizu Shuriken Bunshin no Jutsu, Water Shuriken, D rank. Creates and sends to the enemy water-formed shurikens. The numbers varies with the amount of chakra. Mizu no Machi, Water Whip, C rank. The user creates a whip of water that can restrain or do the damage to the enemy. Sutan, Suishawa, Exploding Water Wave, A- rank. The user expels large quantities of water through his mouth. The crash done to the enemy. Sutan, Baku Suishawa, Great Exploding Water Wave, S rank. Improved version of Sutan, Suishawa. Sutan, Deibakufu no Jutsu, Waterfall Vortex, A- rank. Creates a waterfall that then crashes down onto the enemy. Sutan, Suiryuden no Jutsu, Water Dragon, rank. Creates a water dragon that captures and smashes the enemy into the ground. Sutan, Sujin Hiki, Water Wall, C rank. Creates a defensive water wall. Sutan, Soru no Jutsu, Water Prison, C rank. Creates a sphere of water that traps the enemy within, preventing their escape. Sutan, Tepudama, Water Bullet, C rank. The user launches couple of water bullets to the enemy. Earth Element. Tsuchi Bunshin no Jutsu, Earth Bushin, C rank. Creates an Earth Bushin. Doten, Shinjuzanchu no Jutsu, Double Suicide Decapitation Technique, D rank. The user grabs the enemy from underground and emerges from it, burying the enemy. Doten, Doryuden, Earth Dragon Bullet, U rank. The user sends many earth bullets to the target. Doten, Doryu Taiga, Mud River, U rank. The user creates a mud rivers that crashed into the enemy. Doten, Yomi Numa, Underworld Swamp, A- rank. The user transforms the ground into a swamp that swallows and crushes the enemy. Doten, Doryuki, Earth Wall, C rank. The user creates an earth wall for defense. Doten, Damu, Earth Spear, C rank. The user creates earth spears that emerge from under the enemy. Wind Element. Futen no Jutsu, Wind Release, C rank. The user breathes and releases a small wind that allows for reposition while mid-air. Futen, Daitapa, Great Breakthrough, C rank. The user exhales a powerful and compressed gust of air that blows the enemy away. Futen, K Shuriken, Wind Shuriken, B rank. The user envelops his own shurikens with a wind layer that slices through everything. Futen, Rankuden, Vacuum Wind Bullet, A- rank. The user creates bullets of pressurized air that are shot at the enemy. Futen, Shinkuya, Air Blade, A- rank. The user exhales a wind-like blade that slices through anything. Futen, Atsuga, Pressurized Wind Bomb, A- rank. The user exhales large sphere of pressurized air that explodes on contact. Futen, Rapushao, Wind Wave, C rank. The user claps his hands together and unleashed a powerful wave of air, not needing to inhale. Lightning Element. Reitan, Reikyu, Lightning Ball, C rank. The user creates a ball of lightning that is hurled at the enemy, shocking him. Reitan, Cage Bunshin no Jutsu, Lightning Clone, A- rank. A shadow clone created with lightning chakra. When destroyed, this chakra is transferred to the enemy, shocking him. Reitan John, False Darkness, B rank. The user emits a lightning spear from his hand that impales the enemy. Reitan, Jibashi, Electromagnetic Murder, B rank. The user creates a wave of electricity that shocks everything around. Reitan Reikaku, Flash Pillar, B rank. An illusion technique that blinds the enemy with bright light. Genjutsu. Kakuinyu no Jutsu, Bringer of Darkness, A- rank. The user traps the enemy with a black void, blinding the enemy and dulling other senses. This illusion cannot be disrupted, only the user cancels it or is forced to release it. Magen, Jigoku Guka no Jutsu, Hellfire Technique, B rank, creates an illusion that makes the enemy think he is being burned alive. Magen, Jubakusatsu, tree binding death, B rank, illusion technique that grows a tree behind the enemy, freezing him place and allowing for the user to attack the enemy. Magen, Keisuke no Jutsu, shackling stakes, C rank. The user locks eyes with the enemy, effectively paralyzing him in place. Sharingan required. Magen, Kokunai Arazu no Jutsu, false surroundings, C rank. The user cast an illusion over an area, altering its appearance. Magen, Niju Kokunai Arazu no Jutsu, double false surroundings, B rank. This technique places an illusion within the original illusion to mislead the enemy should he break the first one. Okay Hinata-chan, I've got most of them memorized, let's go, he said, and both left the Uchiha compound with a large inventory of techniques to later practice. They left the compound and were walking home. It was still early or late depending on the perspective. It was around 2 a.m. Hey Hinata-chan, since we still have time, do you want to check out the Hyuga clan library too? Naruto asked. He knew it was a sore subject, Hinata's family. He still remembered to help Hinata achieve one of her dreams. Flashback. Couple days after Hinata started living with Naruto. Naruto and Hinata were eating together after their morning workout and started talking about their dreams and hopes for the future. So Hinata-chan, what are your dreams for the future? Naruto asked. Hinata was still a bit shy around him, but it was starting to change. At least her stuttering and fainting was gone, almost. I know I want to become a powerful kunoichi to prove that I'm not weak, but even though I was disavowed from my clan, I wish I could get rid of Caged Bird Seal and unite the families. I know I may sound naive, but even after my father expelling from the clan, the branch family were always good to me and I want to help them back, she said with confidence. She didn't know it yet, but Naruto's personality was starting to rub on her. She was becoming more confident and even started helping Naruto in his pranks. You are not naive. You are a kind person, and I did promise to remove your seal, and when I do we can plan to help the branch family, he exclaimed. After all, with the help of his Kage Bushins and his father's notes on Fuinjutsu, Naruto was progressing rather nicely. End flashback. I don't know if it's a good idea. I would be hard to sneak in unnoticed, she said. After all, the Bakugan was frequently used for scouting missions and was extremely difficult to sneak up into a Hyuga member, much less break into the compound. Oh please, they all say they have the all-seeing eye, but that didn't stop me for breaking into the compound and placing hitching powder on their underwear, Naruto said, remembering the laughs the Hyuga received when they were constantly scratching themselves. That was you? She asked, surprised. Of course, they always were stuck-up pricks, but I didn't do it to you, he said, assuring her. Okay, if you're sure we can sneak in, then I'm in, she said. They made their way to the Hyuga compound and watched from afar. Naruto extended his sensing ability and found 4 guards, guarding the entrances. Thankfully they didn't have the Bakugan activated. They made their way closer to the walls and waited for the guard to end his routine check. They channeled chakra to their feet and climbed the wall. Once inside, Hinata guided Naruto to the library, since Naruto didn't actually know the compound all that well. Once inside the library, the same thing happened in the Ukkas, only a Bakugan user could read the scrolls. Apparently ninjutsu and genjutsu were practically non-existent. They must have thought it was inferior to rely on anything else other than their bloodline. Hinata quickly opened the scrolls and started copying them and giving them to Naruto, which he was storing them in a storage seal he brought. Naruto's Fuinjutsu was quite good for his age. He knew how to make simple storage scrolls of all kinds and was starting on medium-level Fuinjutsu. They left the compound with the specifics of the gentle fist style, which Hinata already knew the basics and the techniques they used. Hakusho, 8 divination signs, air palm. The user concentrates chakra on his palm and thrust it forward, sending a chakra wave to the enemy. Hakrokujuian Shao, 8 divination signs, 64 palms of the hand. The user closes the main 64 tenketsus of the enemy at an amazing speed. Hakayakuni Joyacha Shao, 8 divination signs, 128 palms of the hand. Similar to the previous technique, however it closes 128 points, knocking out the enemy almost instantly. Hakshao Kaiten, 8 divination palms of the hand. Heavenly Spin. The user starts spinning and releasing chakra from all his tenketsus, forms a protective dome around him that deflects all attacks. It's considered the Hyuga ultimate defense. Armed with new techniques, they started training with more, mostly Hinata. She wanted to master the Hyuga gentle fist to later in life prove to them that with hard work, one can outclass a genius.